Hey again, everyone, and welcome back. It's been the good part of a year since I last did a video on this project, but even so, I have been making progress over the past however many months since June, and the vintage fire station is coming along. I took time and added the cement driveway here. Not 100% satisfied with the way this looks, so I'll probably go back and repaint it. But I've also cut and added a floor in the fire station here, which I'll talk about that a little bit more here in a bit. And then also, I built the small carport basically to house the antique engine or maybe other fire apparatus or tools or what have you. And I will talk about that a little more as well. Some other things that still need to be done is I need to paint the lines in the parking lot here. Uh, I'm trying to think about what I could put in this small area, maybe a statue or possibly a flagpole. I don't know. But then also, there's supposed to be a fence going between the parking lot and the driveway here. I've got to make one of those. But I think probably talk a little bit about the fire station here first. I'll grab the fire station here, and I think I can just carefully lift it up off. I'll set it over there for now. But you can see I got the floor here. I made this out of, it's the same boards that I use for my buildings and such. But basically, I cut it to the dimensions of the fire station. And then I also had to do some custom cutting here at the front to work around the doors and such. And this is the same thickness as that little step there. So, the fire station is going to have a bit of a raised floor, but I don't really care. Usually with my buildings, I try to just, the floor is the table itself. But in this case, it's kind of a compromise, I guess. But basically, I got to take time and I'll prime this first. Then I'll give it a coat of gray or maybe sort of like a tannish color. Something that looks like, the floor of a fire station, basically. Everyone's different, so there's probably no particular way it needs to be done. But once I get that taken care of, then it'll be a matter of going in and detailing the interior and such. I want to put, I'm thinking if I can find the right stuff, maybe brick paneling around here. And of course, going back to this corner, there will be, the rest of a chimney that'll go in here. And I'm thinking because this area is so limited, maybe a small lounge area just right here, possibly a desk and maybe some cabinets for fire equipment and such. This is because of the size of the station and because it's supposed to be vintage. It's not going to be like your modern fire stations, I guess. So the interior details, not going to be as elaborate as one may think. Another project I've had going on with this fire station is this carport here that I've been building, which I'll go ahead and bring it out closer here so y'all can have a closer look at it. But this is all scratch built, made of 1mm styrene and balsa wood. Granted, I would have liked to have used styrene for this entire project or even aluminum tubing, just because with the balsa wood, I don't think it's as strong. Plus, I'm going to have a lot of time into sanding and priming this to make it look decent. But, you can see how this is made. I used 1mm styrene for the rails on the bottom. Balsa wood was used for the posts and upper framework and such. Granted, it's not, some of the joins aren't that great. Not as nice as I would have liked to have seen, but, at the same time, it's not bad. These pieces on the sides here, these are actually part of the roof. They're just tacked in place temporarily because I needed them as a guide for the roof, which this is made out of 1mm styrene. And then I used uh, balsa wood on the bottom here just to mainly locate the roof onto the framework. I might go back and add a little bit of reinforcement in the middle there. But yeah, I think I got a few more pieces to add to this. I need some diagonals and what have you. And then I think this will be ready for primer, sanding, and at some point paint. I'll probably go with black for the framework and then red for the roof. I want something that basically will look like it goes with the fire station on this property here. We'll just go ahead and set this back. And like I said earlier, the main point of this carport's mainly just a place to keep the antique engine under roof. So other than the floor and the fire station and the carport, that's really all I've gotten done with this thus far. Like I said earlier, I do want to put lines in the parking lot for the parking spaces. And then this piece here between the parking lot and the fire station, I want to put a fence in, which the fence I want is sort of like this one I've got between my excavation company and my antique tractor dealer. This was all scratch built out of coffee stirrer sticks and toothpicks. And you can see on the back here, I do have the framework for the fence plus the posts. And this is removable. It comes off the table if I want it to. But basically, I want to do something like this over here with the fire station. And I think that would be a nice way to divide these two areas here. But another change, which isn't really related to this project, is I moved some tables around. And basically, the table where my fire station sits on is now connected via bridge to what I'm calling my interstate table. But at some point, I want to go ahead and finish this bridge, so I've got a decent roadway between these two tables. Like I said, that's not really related to this particular project, but I just thought I'd just throw it into the video for the hell of it. Well, I think that's going to be it for this update. It's probably not a whole lot of progress, but I've just been working on and off on this in the evenings, and I myself am happy with how far I've gotten. I'm especially looking forward to finishing this carport here. I really want to see how that looks when it's done. And, it'll be nice to have a spot on this table here where I can, put some fire trucks and what have you. But still a lot of work that needs to be done, but in time. I think the most tedious project really is going to be detailing the inside of the fire station, which, like I was saying earlier, that's going to be a bit of an undertaking. But I mean, I've detailed other buildings on my sets, so it's not like this is the first time. But I guess that is going to be it for this video. I'll try to have another update out here sometime this year. But until then, I'll catch you guys later.